goes live. Stream looking live. Hi everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Just making sure. Just checking the levels tonight. This is a different one. We've got multiple people on. 4 of us.
There's a whole party.
It's us. It's us. It's Dave and I, the usual victims.
We do have friends, okay?
I know. That's what I was going to say. Nolan has been on the stream a couple of times before. You know him from Fire and Dice. He's a legend. My brother from the other side of the world. Yeah, good looking dude. Good height as well. Good build.
Oh, you're too kind.
He's just like a spit of me. And then we got Ryan here from D&D Awakening. I'm just
hey guys,
double check to spelled it right there on his wee tag.
It says don't worry.
I've done that a few times before. Somebody asked me to say hi in the chat, but for some strange reason, because we're streaming to both Twitch and YouTube, I can't type in the chat. So whoever was saying hello to me,
Womp womp.
I know. Hope everybody's had a good week. Dave, you had a good week. You were away doing family stuff. You seem
Yeah.
you're a happy boy, aren't you?
I'm a happy camper. I drove out to Phoenix to catch my parents on their way back to Canada. Basically, like my parents were vacationing in Mexico, and the Canadian borders closed while they were out of town. And so they were kind of stuck in Mexico for 4 months. They have a place there. Like, it's not like they were very comfortable. They enjoyed themselves a lot, but they couldn't go back to Canada. So they had to end up flying domestic through the States in order to get back to Canada. And I guess they're going to drive across the border. But yeah, so I went to catch my parents in Phoenix because I hadn't seen them in over a year. So it was nice to see my parents again. Yeah,
I know. Well, my parents only live around the corner.
It's my favorite noise.
So, yeah.
Michael Plato asked, "What's my favorite noise?"
Oh,
ooh. Honestly, like this piano is up there. This soft piano that I have here.
Craig, you're an absolute hussy. So you are. You're flicking between YouTube. You're flicking between Twitch.
Craig has no loyalty whatsoever.
I know. Now, hello, Nightmare. How's it going? Nolan, what have you been up to, buddy? Since the last time you were on the old U of the tubes.
Also, the YouTube is asking if you can turn up the master volume a bit.
The
Ripper.
YouTube?
I don't know if you can.
The master volume? I'll turn me up a wee
The master volume.
Is it me or
the
you?
one on your stream? The final volume. Everything is just a bit quiet, I guess.
I will turn there. Go on, give us a wee sound test there, Dave.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
I'm gonna turn
I
my
worked with a
volume
Polish
up.
sound guy once, and I also worked with a check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Cheerio, Nightmare.
Check 1 2.
Yeah, Nolan. Sorry. What have you been up to?
Just, the usual, pandemic living. Ordering food too much, working from home, streaming D&D, the usuals.
Just the usual. I know, getting fat. That's the most important thing. You sub. Thank you. There you go. Yeah, my bank lets me go through all my transactions and my Just Eat bill, which is basically just buying takeaways, local takeaways via the internet, not using cash. It's like 50 transactions, 60 transactions, but there's 6 people in the house, so they can run up quite expensive. So yeah, I don't want to say how much I've spent on food, and it's just
that much. They're going to open a personal account.
$3,000 in a single month.
No, it's not. You're talking like, I'd say we're going to go for the American dollars, maybe about 300, but then the shopping bill's a lot less because, yeah, I know. It's just family stuff, It's like when you're busy and things are not going your way. Ryan, we're going to get to you. What have you been up to?
Oh, well, the main thing I've been doing is setting up D&D Awakening. Obviously over on YouTube, so
yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm currently on furlough at the minute, so I've been utilising that time, obviously, in growing the channel, basically, guys.
For the English, for the Americans, furlough is where we get paid to sit in the house on full pay. Well, it's 80%, but
it's the same here.
You get that too? What do you call it? What do you call
furlough.
it? What do you call it? You got furlough there too? Oh well.
Yeah.
Or unemployment, but furlough.
Yeah. I know. Well, I didn't get any of it, so I've worked the whole way through. I know Nolan's worked the whole way through. We're technically key workers, aren't we? They should be clapping for us, Nolan. Is that right?
100%,
We're keeping the world going with our excellent IT skills.
Well, if at the end, if you want to give a clap for you, we all will.
No, don't. Yeah. So Ryan's on. He's the D&D Awakening stories we've done. Brian's done part 1, part 2. I don't know if you've been listening to them or not. Part 3 and part 4 are out this week, and then part 5. When's it going up on your channel, or is it already up?
No, part 5 is waiting to go live the same day you launch part 4.
All right, okay,
So
perfect.
as soon as you've launched part 4, I'll be launching part 5.
And then it could be continuing on. It's from your table, isn't it? You were saying
It is. It is. What it is, I got into D&D a couple of months ago, and we decided that as we're playing the adventure, I was going to turn it into a mini story. Decided to write it up, and then decided to start filming the stories as well. Sent them over to you. You obviously picked them up on your channel as well, so it's been fantastic.
Yeah. So if you're looking for, you do shorts as well, which are my favorite bits, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, check his channel out. The links in the description. Yeah. So we'll talk about it a bit more. There's so much going on in the chat as well. I need to catch up. I know it doesn't matter how much I turn my volume up, it is not being definitely. Yeah. Okay.
What do you guys think of SCP in D&D? That's a good question. I think SCP has a place in D&D. I think anything works if you want to have fun with it and play around with it. There's no reason you could do a whole SCP D&D campaign. Honestly, that sounds like fun. I would play that. That would be horrifying. Unless we got stuck in IKEA, that would be pretty funny. Until it wasn't.
I've had dreams of being stuck in IKEA and how long
I
you
have
would
nightmares
last.
about it.
No,
IKEA is a torture chamber. I hate IKEA.
Yeah, no, my mom used to work there when I was a kid. So
I'm
like,
so sorry.
take your kid to work day was hell because I just get thrown into a ball pit and then end up getting lost in IKEA because I'm like, I don't want to be in here.
It's all right. My mother-in-law uses it as a day out.
Yeah, I was so sad over here. We only got IKEA, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, a bit longer. And they used to bring a bus over to Scotland. So they used to get the boat and all, when people used to go for a day out, a full day out. And then people just might have shite back, and the bus would have been unbelievable. You know, it's some stuff for IKEA is amazing, and then some stuff is just complete drivel. So but I love the hot dogs and the chips and the wee bit on the way out. You get your fill and the ice cream.
Yeah.
So
I've been told the meatballs are the best in there.
Yeah, that's it. What was I going to say? It's a dream for me because I'm a fat boy and the food's there and I don't need to just eat it, so it saves me money. There we go. I haven't actually had a flick, guys. So this is the bit where we sort of scroll down and we have a wee nosy. There we go here. Go. Have a wee flick. Oh, Scorpius. That's a bit long, that one, I think, Dave. You think it's you want to know, it'd be very, very tricky to do. There seems to be that's one mighty paragraph.
Quite long.
Yeah, it's quite a mighty paragraph in that. So,
yeah,
I don't want you. Dave obviously reads it through Discord, so he's seeing my screen like the same way you're seeing it. I think technically the window's a bit smaller, isn't it? You're getting a bit of you get a smaller view. So
I mean, I can full screen it on one screen and then like monitor the chat on the other.
Sergeant Smite. We've done a few of his now. So
perks of having two screens and bad eyesight.
My eyesight goes. I get bigger monitors. That's not. That's it.
All right. So this was posted by you/Sergeant Smite 6 hours ago. It's fresh off the MrRipper presses. Okay, here's a little story of how I was a master driver in D&D. So we were playing Descent into Avernus again, and we were driving around in our infernal war machine. And the DM looks at me, the only one that can drive, and says, "You hear something rumble behind you as an enemy war machine is crashing towards you. Naturally, I do what my unstable rogue would do, and let me get this straight, find a hill in the road, pull back on the sticks, and floor it. We are now 2 vehicle lengths away in 1 nat 20. The battle starts, and as I drift around to face them, that was quick. Hold on. As I drift around to face them, with 2 turns left, once again, slam down the pedals and drive right towards it. Everyone thinks I'm insane. Mad lad. The sorcerer uses lightning bolt and takes out some enemies on board. I also summon cloud of daggers on their machine. Everyone else was carsick. 1 turn left. We do this again, flinging attacks at their machine without them being able to fight back. Crash. The machine's hit with both of our grinders, whirring like a hungry animal. The captain and his assistant fly right into the grinder, leaving nothing left but bone. So that was how my mentally unstable rogue became a protagonist of a Mad Max film.
I didn't. Can you drive in D&D? Is it like a skill?
I
Is
mean,
it?
I'm driving a carriage right now
Well,
and
yeah. So
firing dice.
in Descent into Avernus, they added infernal war machines, which are
Okay.
something straight out of Mad Max for sure. Because it's just that whole just wasteland vibe, and so you just got to crank up Highway Star and roll some dice as you drive around the wasteland.
Nobody gonna stop me, go
I
down
don't-
into the ground.
None of you have ever been in the car with me, but you wouldn't want to roll. You wouldn't want me rolling for it, like, do you know what I mean?
With your luck,
No, we'd
we
have
wouldn't even
Nolan
get
roll
this
for the
car
driving.
started.
Stop that! Stop that one! No.
This dude rolls a nat 20 like every other turn. I swear his dice is
It's
loaded.
ridiculous.
And casting fireballs. You can only do one. Learned that from the comments, Dave. Did you see that? Somebody had
Sorry,
fired.
what?
Somebody had fired two. They were in a story that we done a couple of days ago. Somebody had done lightning bolt. Sorry, through two in one turn. Comments went absolutely mad, saying that you couldn't do it. Did you come across that in the comments?
I didn't see that, no.
No,
Maybe I did.
I've been educated, so I've been educated. I do read the comments, folks. I do read the comments.
It's true, he
well,
does.
I'm gonna like throw some shade out there. If you have action surge and you are a Eldritch fighter, you can actually cast fireball and lightning bolt twice in one turn.
Thank you. So the
Bring
person.
in comments.
Nice.
No.
I
Already.
know I'm causing problems.
I'm glad you're here to clear these things up, to be honest with
Yeah.
you. You know. Oh. No, this is more of a discussion, not a story. No, okay. It's well wrote, Dave. It's well wrote, this one. I can barely hear your music, Dave. Do you want to turn up your piano? Because you're blasting away there, but I can barely hear it.
How's that?
We touch louder?
Really? It's that quiet, eh?
Yeah. You're playing soft.
How's
I know.
that?
Perfect. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I
it?
was on one there. I was playing.
Yeah, I
something
know,
else.
because I can see it in your face because I'm used to watching you play music. Oh, you're very popular, Ryan, in the comments.
Hey, that's it. Some of my, it looks like some of my parties currently watching us as well, which is always nice.
Yeah.
James, you'll know as Bjorn.
Oh, not Bajorn, as Brian was saying.
Not Bjorn, Bjorn.
Part 3, Part 4 has been fixed. Don't worry. I thought it was maybe an American thing, but I found out that no, it's Bjorn in America too. I think they've educated me.
No, it's
on
Bjorn
that.
in America too. I can assure you of that. I had a good laugh about that last week or the week before. I seem to recall that one. That I was laughing so hard it physically hurt me.
There's, well, I'll tell this story again because it was done ages ago, Ryan. Brian has sometimes his pronunciations aren't 100% perfect, and I would sometimes have to leave them because I'm not 100% sure if it's just the way it's said, because you got different parts of the world say things different ways.
Different dialects, as it were.
Yeah, so we had so much fun with it that we decided to have a quiz. So we did. Nolan was the host that week. You remember this? And it was dinosaur names. And the person who got it wrong in the first place, the person who triggered it, got them actually right. It was almost like Nolan had basically given the answers. But I don't think he did because he's too honest. But how he won it, and I was the one who done the worst, and I was the one bigging myself up like I was some sort of ledge.
That one backfired then, yeah.
Badly. I can even read them, not mind pronounce them. So, yeah, I know. It's bad crack, like, bad crack.
It is what it is.
Dave, do you want to give us one a week go? Because it's a deck of many things. And,
Sure. Does nobody else want to read this? Is it all me?
well,
Is the
no,
pressure on me again? Nobody
I
wants to
might read the
switch
next
off?
one.
You got,
I bet.
We'll
Seems like
jump
a
in a
Dave
bit
read.
with some of the shorter ones.
All right. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
We'll get a short one
Let's
next,
get it.
don't worry, too.
All right. So this is posted by you/Tarbariadan Tarby. You
Darby.
slash Tarby. One day ago.
Jimmy.
PC uses deck of many things to Shrek for the BBEGB. The big bad evil gallbladder. Discuss. Sorry for the length. This tale deserves detail. I'm more about the girth. So I'm in a campaign right now where stuff is happening and all players are scared of different entities and don't want to follow the main quest line. However, one bugger who won't leave us alone is Hersam, the Prince of Fool. He's been a manipulative SOB for the whole campaign, and it's really starting to annoy us. He kept trying to dissuade us from completing the main quest line and is making our life hell. Anyway, we are level 13 now, and back at level 5, our DM thought it would be funny to let us all pay to draw a card from a traveling soothsayer's mysterious deck. Obviously, the deck of many things. The soothsayer said it is a magical deck of cards that could give us great joy or great sorrow. It was actually well acted out and a good roleplay, but that's not important. He allowed one draw for free to test and then allowed us to draw one each for 500 gold each. We all just had enough. So the bard drew the free one and drew, by pure luck, the gem card. Instantly, so much fine jewelry fell at his feet. Well, just like the loot goblins we are, we just had to get our shinies too, and all to get our gold, and paid the man to draw a card each. Bard said he'd reimburse with his jewelry if we didn't get it. Differing degrees of success and failures were made, where, ironically, the ranger's intelligence actually improved by 1 thanks to the idiot card after he rolled max on a d4 plus 1. Edit for clarity, the DM is the real idiot here because he said that the ranger's intelligence is 1d4 plus 1, not that you subtract it from your score. We figured out eventually, but decided to keep it. Player liked RPing an idiot. We all left with our limbs intact, and the bard shared the jewelry because he was role-playing a communist all game. Hell yeah, that's kind of where, like, Greg is at. Anyway, I drew the fate card. Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use the card's magic as soon as you draw the card or at any other time before you die. I saved that fate card for nearly a year, and the DM forgot about it because I never mentioned it. So at the moment, we've just encountered Hersam and 3 of his powerful minions, and the DM has been not so subtly hinting for weeks that the 4 of us would do well to gear up for the fight of our lives. The DM says, roll initiative. I roll a 29. God bless crits. Can't crit an, well, fine. You can't technically crit an ability check. I just say that now to be a butthole to people. It pisses people off when I say that. So it makes me laugh. I don't care. Crit whatever you want. It's your table, your rules. I roll a 29. God bless crits. So I'm at the top of the round, and DM says, okay, and we'll leave it there till next week. It was very late, so we can't start with a bang. And I say, after waiting for the moment for a year, well, actually, I don't think we will, because my first action would be to take out my Fates card and undo the event of Hersam's birth. The DM and players were shocked to silence and couldn't get his head around it. One of the players was angry at me because it derailed the campaign again. I play a chaotic assassin rogue, by the way, who has secretly already killed 2 PCs and got away with it. Now, the DM is trying to figure a way around this and has 3 days left until our next session because he doesn't actually know what would happen. Would Hyman simply vanish? Would something else take his place? Would the other PCs know what happened? Would the whole adventure never have took place because of the butterfly effect? DM has asked that I don't do it. And I am tempted in the interest of the game, as I'm not chaotic in real life, mostly. But I'm just wondering what would actually happen, as I know he's scouring the internet trying to figure it out as well. TLDR, PC uses deck of many things to Shrek for the big, bad, evil gallbladder. Discuss.
That was fucking epic.
That's interesting. I think at that point, like, if it's a homebrew world, the DM's got to decide, like, okay, how involved has this big bad evil guy been in, like, the creation of the world, so to say? Because yeah, that could just be like, I could change a lot. I can make it worse.
Yeah.
And this is what the deck of many things is there for, isn't it? To throw a spanner in the works, as it were.
Yeah.
Especially for the DM.
Here, Nolan, we got super chat. Somebody was asking, when's Knowledge with Nolan back, or Knowledge with Nolansville? Was it auto-correct there? But I want to go to Nolansville, to be honest.
I think Nolansville is an actual place in Tennessee or somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, no, I definitely have plans. So we're moving it over to Fire and Dice, and it's going to be animated moving forward. It's going to be shortened and then animated. And once I get into that rhythm, then they should just be popping off weekly.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. I love it.
I'm looking forward to it already. Looking forward to it already. Animation though, that's gonna be tricky, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's only a day into drawing digitally, and I'm getting the hang of it. And so I'd say probably it might look a little janky at first, and then just improve over time, but that's okay.
That's the MrRipper effect, isn't it? Like, just by being my me, everything turns a bit janky. Apart from Dave's lovely
Yeah.
music. Dave's music's the only thing that's semi-professional. People are saying about it being quiet, but I'm absolutely being
Yeah,
deafened.
I feel like I'm probably quite loud.
You're cutting the ears off me.
Yeah, maybe it's in OBS, or
I-
maybe it's in Discord, and you need to turn your headphones down and everybody else up in your headphones. I don't know.
No, oh no. Okay. Everything's low. I'm peeking out here on mine, supposedly. Well, just there we go. Whacked it up. Quiet. I know. I feel like half the people in the chat are Ryan's friends.
Hey, they're a good bunch.
You're a popular young man.
Hey,
Young
they're-
being the disappointment.
And nobody
of it.
cares about me that much.
Oh,
I care about you, Dave.
We love you.
I'm just
We love
kidding.
you.
Plenty of people do.
You're two big,
I love you
taller,
guys.
attractive-looking brothers.
Don't want to know if we're going to probably discuss what's going to happen in the future campaign, but we're all just going to have to wait and see, aren't we, how it ends?
That's it. That's it. Here's Janelle. You better go to bed. It's school tomorrow. Oh, it's not. It's Easter. Fucker.
Oh shit! Rip Daddy with the daddy roast. Rip Daddy with the daddy roast. Rip Daddy with the daddy roast.
Oh, you can hear Dave. That. As long as you can hear Dave's music, that's all that matters. I think we can feel like we could do a help one, Nolan. I think we could do a help one because Nolan's here, because it's knowledge with Nolansville, or knowledge in Nolansville, and I think Nolan it seems like a Nolan one. See, I set you up
Sure.
there, but I told you no pressure. We can make Dave do it, and you can answer it if you want.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
So this one is posted by Tall Soul Eating Toad. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool name. I dig it. Help needed. Spiritual weapon. It doesn't have a weight. So one of my friends is playing a cleric. I'm not the DM in this, but he brought up to me when he cast spiritual weapon, he'd make it that's 6 million.
Yeah.
6 million pound cement block or something like that, and would crush people with it, excluding the 1d8 plus mod. It said spiritual weapon has no weight. Oh, I said that spiritual weapon has no weight. He says it does because it doesn't specify it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Just because, like, no, we don't make up stuff, my friend. I'll continue this.
Get him at the end. Wait till the end.
Luke's,
Control your range.
Resilient sphere. I brought up the definition of force damage, the fact that it's spectral and that energy doesn't have weight. He countered by saying stuff about create food and water, conjunction, not evocation, or conjunction. Conjuration, not evocation. Force cage, Udalix resilient sphere, and blade barrier. Can you guys please help me?
Conjugation magic.
Is it conjugation?
Conjugation.
I can't read. I don't have my glasses.
Oh, we have the glass.
Conjunction. Yes, conjunction junction. What's your function? Like,
Help him, Dave. Nolan, help him. I already know the answer, so I'm going to go get a beer. I don't even understand this, to be honest.
I don't know nothing about nothing here.
it's. I don't know if I can even argue this. This is such a, like, no. You have to have It has to say it in the rule book. You have to have consent from the rule book to do something.
Yeah.
That's that. Just because it says you can't, like, well, it could be anything I want. Like, okay, let me bring it up. Let me bring up spiritual weapon. We'll read the spell together.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like actually breaks a stream. Remember,
Yeah, you're good. I'll bring it up.
can I pour a beer without spilling it all over the table? What do you think?
Nope.
All right. You create a floating spectral weapon. Spectral goes right through you. Within range that lasts a duration until you cast a spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of you. Yada, yada, yada. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Clerics of deities who are associated with a particular weapon. A mason and Thor for his hammer. Okay, right there. You think, oh, well, hey, only Thor can use his hammer and it's really heavy for people. No. Weight doesn't matter. It just makes it look like whatever you want. It doesn't actually take the form of it at all.
Good. Cleared that up, man. I think I should bring this up now. In between, yeah, easydiceroller.co.
Easy roller dice.
Easy roller dice. What am I on about? Anyways, the giveaway starts on the 1st of April. It's going to be pushed for the next 3 videos, and then on the 1st of April, it goes live. I think all we'll have to do, I haven't completely set it up, but it will just basically mean that you need to follow us on Twitch and go to their website, and you're automatically entered, and there's a prize of $180 worth of stuff that Dave has picked. And it's as simple as that. There's no money involved. There's no crazy. Yeah, it's nothing mad. It's nice and simple. It just means that Twitch.
It's a lovely basket. I have really good taste, you guys.
He does.
I like the good. I like the good stuff. You can rest assured that I will set you up for the most mad luxurious dice rolling experience that it truly, like, I will ensure with my gift basket to you, with our gift basket to you,
It's yours. You can
hand selected by Dave Makes Noises, that we will ensure that Easy Roller Dice Company lives up to their name, as it will be the easiest rolling dice experience that you have ever had
Way
in your
slicker than
life.
me. No,
I need
Way slicker.
do you need hooked up? Do you know?
I need them to send me cursed dice so it's even. I'm gonna give spoilers for yesterday. So I was having internet issues, so I had to be connected to my phone, and we were in the middle of a dragon fight, like our first dragon fight for the stream. First, we had one round previous, not much happened, but then second round of combat, I'm first. I kill it in one go, just because 1, my characters are broken, and 2, I crit too much. So I need cursed dice. Please,
You
if you roll
need
this.
I know.
Send me your rejects.
The only people that can't enter to win are myself. Can't win it. Dave, he ain't gonna win it. Brian, he's not allowed to. He's a bad boy. And my son Jake. Anybody else is free to enter. That's as simple as that. So Nolan, all the Fire and Dice guys, you follow us on Twitch anyway. So technically, I think there's already like 300 people entered. All you've got to do is click on their website if you follow us on Twitch. Twitch is not dead. Dave was away this week doing family stuff. I had that weird anxiety feeling, Dave. You know, you get 10 o'clock and you're like, all right, I'm going to do a wee stream, and then I don't know. I decided I don't want to do it. And then I sit and watch TV, and then I sit really anxious all night thinking about it, saying, oh, I should be streaming. So Twitch isn't dead. We will be using it, but it won't be for all the... If we have any one-shots that we want to try and set up for the next couple of weeks, Dave, streams, the story streams will all be on YouTube. Everything else will be on Twitch. It'll be more of a Rip Daddy, Dave, Nolan, fun experience. So it will.
Love a Rip Daddy Dave Nolan fun time experience.
Anybody who's involved with Twitch it'll be games. It'll be computer games. Anything D&D will be done on YouTube. Post-apocalyptic.
Mr. Ripper and Nolan and Dave Makes Noises fun time experience.
Don't you dare start any more theme tunes, because I've got one that we're not allowed to talk about.
I don't even remember it. It's too long gone.
Cracks me up. It's in my head all the time. Post-apocalyptic news radio. Hello. I'm glad you tuned
Was
in.
it the Bjorn song? Did I do a song for Bjorn? I feel like the Scorn of Bjorn would have been a great song. Could even play it on the horns.
You got a
Feel
bit of
like my
horny?
sound would be reborn.
I'd love
It'd
to
be
hear
like
you.
audio porn.
I'd love to hear you on the old hornies.
You want to get horny? Let's find some horns.
No, we're talking about something else. About a monster. All very D&D related. The wee theme tune for it cracks me up every time. He asked for staying hello. Thank you very much, Catherine. For
So I guess I can't change
joining us.
patches with my sustain pedal on. That's weird.
Dragon Boy's here. He's still not giving up on the Twitch, though. I like his dedication.
He is dedicated.
He's dedicated. He's dedicated. Stone's happy because we're back on YouTube because he can't adjust the quality. So I think his wet string internet wherever he is, Cornwall or something. He's down south in England. Think so anyway. I'll correct me if I'm wrong.
Got him.
Can't do it.
Got him.
Get him.
Check the Twitch chat if you're trying to understand what I'm saying.
I can see both. I think. No, we'll not be that bad. Let's see here. We're gonna get another wee story. If it's a wee short one, maybe try and pressure Ryan into it.
Go on, man.
Might as well. Try to
Go
read
on.
D&D
I know
stories.
he
You got to
can
read
read. He's
D&D
got his
stories.
He's got his own YouTube channel, but can he do it live with 50 people watching?
And-
Probably not, to be
A
fair.
horny band.
And a horny. Yes. Do we need to find a bar? Go for it. The music and all going. You think you're in church? Okay, this one is by Curly Turley. 3 days ago.
Curly.
Curly
Dumbest thing
Turley.
the Barbarian did, eh? I've got a bit of a joy for Barbarians. There's something about our party in Barbarians that we all love, so probably quite a fitting story. Because we all tend to do a few stupid things. Alright, so on the Barbarian, I was down in a cave where a blood cult was with our bard warlock named Ivan. We came across 3 doors, one made of stone, which we cast thunderclap, which caused it to crumble to the ground. A metal door which took an hour to get by because the party was being very dumb. We finally got past it by using the heat metal spell. At this point, my barbarian named Lee had grown impatient and they came across the wooden door. Now I want you to imagine the scene from The Incredibles where Bob throws his wife and temper the voice acting. Lee looks at Ivan and says, "Ivan, throw me." Ivan, "What?" Lee, "I said, throw me." Ivan throws Lee through the wooden door. The DM, a giant axe comes swinging down, cleaves you in the chest, take 100 slashing damage. The barbarian was not raging, so the damage was not cut in half. And that's the story of how the barbarian did one thing stupid.
Yeah.
And that does sound like every barbarian in my party. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. If you want more, check out the description. The link to this channel. The link to the channel is there. See? I'm getting good at this now. It's only been a year. Nolan, how do you think about professionalism? You thinking it's way better than it was before? Or am I a better host than I was? Am I evolving?
Oh, 100%. I mean, you're slightly deteriorating from what you can do because you can't write today and you couldn't read, so
No,
kind of going backwards. But your presenting is amazing.
That's all that matters, man. I gotta get on the TV next, and then yeah, my beard's growing back, so my intelligent levels and my sex appeal is increasing by the hour.
I just cut my beard in
Yeah.
half. It was fully like you couldn't even see my neck earlier.
Mine was really bad, but it was just too hard to fix, so I just took it off.
Safest way.
Anybody in the chat, if you've got any stories that you've submitted and you want us to read them live, Dragon Boy, we haven't actually got to you yet, but we will. Don't worry, it's a weekly occurrence, so it will happen. I'm just gonna let it happen naturally. But if anybody else has a story, send us the link, and we'll see what we can do. So, now Dave, can you play Epic Horns and read a story? Please don't be too long. That one looked too tough to read, Dave, because I know that paragraphs are really handy for reading live. He's really going at it. You can see he's wrecking his desk and everything, the green screens.
He's having a party with himself, isn't he?
Not just California earthquakes right now.
F for Dave's stream reading. Dave, come back to us. Come back to us, Dave.
Is that epic enough?
That was epic, all right.
Is that because they come?
That is so epic. What do you think of this one here? It looks like a decent story, but it looks like it might be quite tricky to read. This Reddit is the MrRipper subreddit. It's where we pick 90% of all our stories and submissions. Isn't that right, Dave? Will I pick them?
Gosh darn right. Is it? We're up to 90% now.
I'd say 90%.
I would love to have it become 100%, but like we need more. We need more stories.
Just need some of them are brilliant, and some of them, it's more to do with. I also like sort of venturing out, but not too far into the public, just because you never know. There's always something different.
You never know what you might find.
Exactly.
But it's cool to be able to highlight our community
Oh,
because
no,
that's really what it's all about.
But like, it's the first place I look is here. I don't look anywhere else and then I go for a wee nosy. So
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Sean Bean? I don't see it.
Oh, neither do I. Oh, we're having words with him in our next session. Don't worry about that.
I'll try and figure out who he looks like, but I don't think Sean Bean's a bit. He isn't dead
definitely
yet.
not Sean Bean.
If you die in this stream, then you're definitely Sean Bean because he dies. He dies in everything. That's what put me off Game of Thrones.
Well, you knew he would have died as soon as he did the casting.
Yeah,
I was reading the books.
I know, but I didn't read the
He's
books.
just so killable.
He always dies, and he was so brilliant in the first season, and then he died, and it caught me as a shock because I didn't read the story, I didn't read the books, and then I was done with it, and I've never watched another episode since.
No, well, you missed out on a lot of good stuff.
I know I did, but
And a lot of crap at the end as well.
But that goes. Every show goes like that. Every show goes like
It does. It does.
that. I'd say Dave did not jump into that one. Another one like.
Oh, it's on me. You want me to read stuff? You want me to actually do the thing that I'm here to do? How simply, Dow?
You've got
We
choices.
doing this? Let's
You've
go.
got a choice. You got Alistair versus the Salamander, or the big bad explosive goodbye. There you go. You got choice, Dave. Both of them have
Oh,
paragraphs in it.
shoot. Can somebody roll for it for me?
Sure.
Oh,
What am I rolling? What are we doing?
I guess,
Oh,
you
no
know,
one beat me to it, but
roll a D2
Scottish.
or like, you know, a D6. Odds is Alistair. Evens is Big Bad.
It's a 3.
It's a 3, so we said odds is Alistair. Alistair it is. So, go back up so that I can see who posted it. This was
Crimson?
posted by u/Crimson Fire 3 days
French,
ago. And this is Alistair versus the Salamander. Crimson Fire DM. Okay, so I am a player in one of my friend's campaigns, and I just had to share this story. My character is named Alistair, and he believes that he is the king of hell. A short description of him, and you might guess that he is horrible at sneaking around. I don't know how I would have guessed that. He has bright pink hair, now I see why. A red t-shirt with white flowers all over it, cargo pants, and sandals. Alistair is a human who was raised by gnomes, and as such, he grew up tinkering. He is a rogue, arcane trickster, and artificer multiclass. Actually sounds like a fun build. DM Nightmare Fuel, am I right? Anyways, he made a deal to sell his soul to a demon, but in return he gains the title of King of Hell, as well as the power. All Alistair really got from this deal was the ability to cast magic as the arcane trickster archetype. As a variant human, he gains a free feat at first level, and I chose lucky. All caught up? Good. So, the DM may or may not have stolen the plot from Octopath Traveler, which I nor the rest of the party have played. I know he stole the plot because he told me. XD. Either way, it's still amazing and fun. So, in the past few sessions, Alistair has a chicken that he carries around, just a baby chicken in the middle of battle. He claims that she is a dragon, and he believes so as well. She is neither. She is a newborn Kenku. So Alistair and the party wake up on a beach. As last session, their ship crashed, and they were washed ashore. They all get up and take in their surroundings. They are on some island, but can see buildings off in the distance, so that's where we head, only to be greeted by some very pissed-off dwarves. Why did they attack us? I have no clue, but one of them was knocked out by Alistair, and the party killed the other two. They agreed that they should hide the bodies. Then they lied to the poor knocked out dude when he woke up. He welcomes them into the dwarven stronghold, and they accept a quest from this dude to go into the mines and retrieve a long-lost treasure. Once they pass the traps, caverns, and monsters, they enter a throne room with large pillars, a red carpet, the works. At the end of this room is a skeleton on a throne. The party begins looting the room and looking for the object they were tasked to find, and a salamander slithers out and starts chewing on the throne. Now, I did not know what a D&D salamander was. When the DM said salamander, I imagined the small little gecko-type lizard, so Alistair walks over, opens his backpack, and tries to put it in. The DM then tells me to look up D&D salamander, and so I did, and was greeted by its face. Oh no. Roll initiative. After a long fight where Alistair booked it from the giant thing that is not a salamander who calls it that, we collected the treasure and went on our way. We get up there, collect our reward, and then remember something important. We are on an isolated island, and we don't have a ship. Oh no. The dwarves agree to lend us a ship, and we start heading north to a nearby town, and that is where we left off.
We're gonna see who's gonna speak first.
Cool.
That was good.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Now you know what a salamander means. It means business. Salamanders mean business.
I'll leave it to after the stream, so I will just business talk in the in the chat. Yes, that was a good story, Dave.
Yeah? Yeah, that was a good story. That was a strong showing.
Strong showing indeed.
Strong enough showing.
This one still looks good though, Dave.
Does it? So who's going to read it?
Go for it. I'll pick another one. I'm gonna get another one for. I'm gonna make Ryan do a Dragon Boy story after. I think.
Okay. I feel like that's fair.
I thought so.
I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
I always do Dragon Boy stories, so it's nice to, have Dragon Boy simp somebody else this week.
I know. I want to throw Dragon Boy off because I imagine whenever he writes his stories that he has Dave O'Brien's voice, probably more Dave's voice in his head. So so we'll throw him off. Throw him off with an English.
Feel bad for the guy because this is not something you want in your head every day.
Dave, you're in my head all the time because the amount of hours I have to listen to your voice and Brian's is quite.
You know what you signed up for, though.
I know. That's why I picked.
You know what you signed up for. You made a choice today.
Dave
and every day.
Dave still leaves wee love notes and all in his audio.
I leave what?
Like wee love notes. Remember he used to leave wee.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Usually, if it's something particularly funny.
I know.
Because I know it'll make you laugh. Because it made me laugh.
Let me see here. You crack on there, Dave, and then give me a bit of a shout whenever you get to the next bit.
What are you doing? You pouring another drinky poo?
No, I'm just checking here. I got tipped off to some important business on the Discord. Yeah.
All right, so this was posted 3 days ago by u/2tapgs to r/MrRipper. Big bad explosive goodbye. Not to be confused with Wet Hot American Summer. This was my first ever campaign of D&D. I was playing a rogue soul knife and was level 7 at the time of our incident. Our party had just finished running Lost Mines of Phandelver, and the DM began to use his homebrew. This race, whom he called the Tallest, were a race of shapeshifters that were trying to take over the world. Normal, BBEG things. Our group managed to skirt around the BBEG and avoid a total party death. Eventually, we made our way to another town with some of the townspeople that we helped escape from Phandelver. There was a rumor in the town that the mayor had locked his doors and wouldn't leave his 15 to 20-story house. Naturally curious, I climbed up to the 17th story and saw that the mayor and his servants/guards were dead, and there were Tallest in the house, transforming into the mayor, guards, and some servants. I relayed this to my group with a telepathic link and told them to make their way up to me. Totally disregarding me, our wizard knocked on the door. summoned some lesser demons, and killed the tallest servant that answered the door. What he didn't account for was that this tower would go into complete lockdown. Being the nimble and brilliant rogue I was, I jumped through the window into the 17th story with a 26 stealth roll. Nice. That's how you rogue. Shortly after, the room began to fill with gas. On a successful medicine check, my DM told me that this gas was in fact very poisonous and very explosive. This in mind, I quickly made my way over to the mayor's desk and found a magic pin that would allow me to breathe, while the tallest made their way around the room, sealing the vents from allowing more gas into the room. But 3 of the 4 tallest died, and the last one had a pin like mine. I used my sneak attack to deal 21 damage, and then got hit for 18 points. Sitting at half my hit points, I took a gamble, disengaged the enemy, and took a running jump off a chair to the chandelier hanging from the roof of the mayor's office. This tallest tried to follow me, but failed his acrobatics check and landed on the floor, looking up at me. Hanging from this chandelier, I winked at him, lowered my flame-tongue rapier into the gas below me, and said its command word, Ignis. The top 3 floors of the building were blown to hell, and I managed to avoid the 196 damage with a 32 dexterity saving throw. Thank God for evasion. The tallest were dead, and I had enough rope to help the party get to the 17th floor with me. Or what was left of it, at least.
I like that.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's some classic rogue hijinks. That's what rogues are about, dude. I love that. Well played.
What rogues do best.
I feel like breaking Ryan into the stream with a Dragon Boy story right
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh. Here we
They're
go,
good.
babies.
No, they're good. Whoa.
See, Dragon Boy's already watching and waiting for me to mess up here, so.
Oh, thank you, James. That's very
I was
sweet
gonna
of you.
say, it hasn't popped up, but it's come up in the chat. Whoa, thank you very much, mate. That's
Yeah.
far too much. Not
That's very
unexpected.
kind.
Not expected either. Thank you again. I think Dragon. There we go. It's popped up. Really good. Dragon Boy is a regular contributor to the MrRipper subreddit. He tends to make it quite regularly onto the stories, and he always is a star of the show. Well, Dave and I reckon you could easily do a stream with his stories. What do you think, Dave?
I reckon we could do like an entire channel.
Just a channel. But yeah, so you're gonna spice it up a bit and have a wee go at the Holy Resolve by Dragon Boy.
Right, go on then. The Holy Resolve. In the times before the Fae were trapped in time, a gun was made, one of ivory and holy gold, one capable of slaying all manner of demon and undead. This gun was named Holy Resolve. All in the face of adversity, the gun would shine as a beacon of hope and resolve against the forces of evil and darkness to be cast back to the ground in the depths of hell from whence they had risen. However, while the gun was forged, something took hold. A sentience unlike most magic-made weapons of the mortals, the sentience was named Yor. Yor was seemingly a holy force willed into being by the determination of mortal men to beat back the darkness. And the tool this sentience was made to be, this force of light, spoke only in rhyme to the one who willed it, but it soon fell into disarray. Y'all felt they were their own being and fought its users, and thus was discarded for silver and enchantments. But maybe, just maybe, it will be able to be used again.
That's not a Dragon Boy story, so it was.
It was quite Dragon Boy.
It was very Dragon Boy.
Hard to pronounce name? Check. Sentient weapons? Check.
Double liner at the end? Check.
Check.
Immersion? Check.
Yes. Many alts? Check. Somebody else, I was flicking through earlier on, I was checking for stories, and so somebody commented that they weren't a Dragon Boy alt, which I thought was quite suspicious, but it's definitely not.
That sounds like exactly something a Dragon Boy alt would say.
Yeah, I know. I need a booze recipe as well. Yeah, it needs to have drink in it. I think he's a budding young alcoholic, like I was 20 years ago.
Oh no!
I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink till 10 o'clock at night. I only drink on the internet. That's basic.
The mighty Dragon Boy approves.
Yeah. It's too early for you boys. What time's it there? It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Half
10 of.
10
Yeah.
off. This stream's flying as well. Absolutely flying.
Yeah, the time flies when you're having fun, right?
Yep.
That's exactly it.
I had a funny feeling that it was going to stretch on ever so slightly past 11 o'clock. Keep people happy, because I always find that we get going and then it's time for Betty Bice. Not for you, Dave. Your pipe.
There's a peace pipe.
Reminds me of my granda, but it's just more tobacco-y. So it was. Very
Well, you
strong.
don't know what's in it.
I know.
I'm smoking peace out of it.
Yeah, too right. Looks like you're smoking whatever's behind Nolan, to be honest.
I don't think you smoke mushrooms.
Oh, well. Let me see. Here.
Something tells me that's not what you do with
No.
mushrooms.
Right. I live in a country where all forms of drugs are bad. Unless it's... I'm not even going to get a really funny story, but I can't share it. I'll fire it to you on WhatsApp, Dave.
I bet you will. I bet you will.
You can't mention that you have a story to share and not share it.
It's not D&D
It's against
related,
the
but it's
rule.
from WhatsApp. Is anybody in dodgy...
Everything's D&D related.
Well, is anybody... I don't know. We'll put this into the chat here. Has anybody got a WhatsApp group where you just get sent the most wrong things repeatedly all day, every day? Or is that just...
No, I just have like 3 friends that send me that stuff, and then like J. Ross,
J.
who
Ross?
is
Well, I probably
more of a daddy
actually-
than a friend.
I actually probably send most of J. Ross's stuff to him, which is the worrying thing. I know. Hi, can you say hi to Emma? Hi, Emma. There you go. I say hello to everybody. Oh, other random story before we go on to the next one here. I was in the shop today, and there was this gentleman who had the very nicest chocolate Labrador, and he left it at the front door. And this dog was actually it's better behaved than my children. It sat at the door and basically just peered its head in and watched its owner walk around the shop, and it was dead friendly. And then I went round to the back of the shop, and all I could hear was, "Can you get this dog? Get it out of my way! Can you get it out of my way? Can you get this dog?" And this guy took a real dislike to the dog. Is there anybody else like that, where they just, doesn't matter how friendly the dog is, they have to have it? And it was a 50-year-old man who seemed very normal.
Some people are really terrified of dogs.
But I mean,
Yeah,
like this, the most friendliest dog ever. It was the sort of one you'd like meet in the street and you'd want to like hug it, sort of nice. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Basically
some
every
people are
dog.
just
I'm helpless against all
terrified.
dogs, even the ones that are like barking ferociously. I'm just like, "Oh, let me love you, please."
No, and you look more like a cat man.
Well, of course, I have a dog, but yeah, I'm definitely a cat man, 100%.
Yeah, but your dog acts like a cat.
What?
No, she doesn't. She's
kind of a
full-on
kitty.
dog.
I guess.
She's small like a cat, but she barks so dang much.
Agent L,
That's fair. She does bark a lot.
I do not send you the dodgy stuff because you're my son. And how was Counter-Strike? Because I've seen it fire up on on Steam. I thought
Can't get nothing by this guy.
No, I know. I've got everything watching. The one he doesn't recognize is that realizes there's CCTV in every room, and I keep my eye on them. I don't. I'm not that sad. Right, next one. Nolan, a wee short one for you. Oh no,
perfect.
this is more of a.
It's like a question.
Yeah, it's not one for this. I'm gonna have to pick another one for you. We've
Yeah.
already done that one. I had my feelers out. I had to refresh. There was an inappropriate story put up, so there was Nolan.
Oh.
So, yeah. You know, this dog was the nicest dog, and this guy was the weirdest guy ever. But what he ended up doing, the owner of the dog ended up basically walking up the street behind him as quick as possible just to see if he could get him to react again, which is quite funny. And I drove past because I'm too lazy to walk. Righty. Long story? No, not that bad to you.
My uncle just adopted, or I guess not just, but I met my uncle's newer dog finally, and she is the nicest, sweetest bebe. Oh my
love
God, she
dogs.
just wants to kiss you all the time. She's so friendly.
What about Petey? How's Petey these days? You have Petey back?
I actually am going to be seeing Petey,
Yeah.
I think in the next week or so for like a week. I'm going to be babysitting him while his mom goes out of town. And Petey's good. He's been playing a lot with his friend Phoenix, who is a baby German Shepherd pupper.
You don't have to worry
He's
about
very
the old
small.
COVID either. You know, he's allowed to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not like the
exactly.
kids, so you gotta
But
keep
this
them on
dog
it.
lives in his backyard, so like they just hang out and play all the time. And Petey's lost like 8 pounds. He's no longer such a couch potato, which is good because he's an older dog. He should be, trying to stay active as much as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, having that pupper around really turned him around, it seems like. But yeah, I'll take him for a nice long walk. Apparently, he kind of gives out at around 2.5 mile mark, so I'll be mindful of that and not push him too hard. But hey, it's a lot better than at the half-mile mark, which is like how it used to be when when we used to try to take him for longer walks. He would just tuck her out after like a half mile because he was dummy thick.
Big boy. So he was big boy.
He was dummy thick because he loves his food.
Ryan, you don't have any pets, do you?
I have 2 dogs, a boxer and a Boston Terrier.
Oh, you get your
And,
hands full.
2 kids in there as well as the dogs, to be fair.
Those do count as animals, absolutely.
They act like it at times, quite feral.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. I think we're gonna give Nolan another question here, so we are. Help needed one. Hopefully this one is a bit easier to read and actually makes sense in the question. So
Well, I want to hear your names from my next big PC. Are we going to suggest names? Is that what we're going to do?
Is that what
All
we're
right,
gonna do,
so-
Ripper?
I'll go for it.
All right.
All
Bet.
right. Posted by Mystic_Guard. Help needed DM and D&D players. I want to hear your names for my next big PC. So in about a month or so, I'll be starting a brand new campaign. It is a video games setting where the players go into full dive VR to a fantasy-like game called Void. I've already come up with my character's desire and character's traits, but I'm having trouble with the name part. He is a college student who's kind of a loner, even though he is a friendly and caring person. He has an average IRL appearance, and in-game he was more of an adventurer type look with a gray and dark blue color scheme. His goal is to create a guild full of friends that'll last forever. Since he's a loner IRL, that'll do tournaments and grand adventures. So tell me what you would name my character, and if you have no idea, then tell me which of these two you like more. Theos or Deus? I seriously appreciate this. All right. What I do for my characters, I either go to Google Translate, type random words, and then scour the different languages of the world. To
That's
find
how I
some, like-
found Gruagach.
Yeah.
Where's Grugach
Yeah.
from?
Gruagach is apparently like Old Gaelic, and it means hairy.
Right, okay. I don't speak
Yeah.
Gaelic, so I can't really. I know
Yeah.
I did get asked that in the census, so we did there. So, Mrs. As I said last week, Mrs. Ripper is a Romanian traveller, disabled, and I just sort of made them all up, to be honest. just for the joke, just for the joke, just for the laugh, like. Do you know what I mean?
So it's an interesting setting. I don't know if I would have any suggestions for that. It's like kind of gives me a Sword Art Online vibe if you've
That's
ever
what I was
watched that.
thinking.
But I out of those two, I think I like Deus more than anything.
Deus goes with a vibe, but I think both of them
Yeah.
are a wee bit. I don't know.
Both of them
Yeah,
kind
like,
of
are you
sound to me
naming-
like someone's got a bit of a god complex. I'm not gonna lie with you.
Yeah.
I feel like he would be better
Little
off
bit.
named Jeff
Jeff or
or like
no, but
Bob.
here's the thing: are
Just
you
an
naming
average name.
both? Are you naming
Like
your
Bob
IRL
Dobson.
character and his avatar? Because, like, avatars can always be something like really out there because it's who you want to be.
Yeah.
IRL, yeah, it should definitely be like Jeff or Steve.
Probably Steven.
Steven.
Steve Jeffington.
No, I feel like he'd be a Steven that like insists on being called Steven and not Steve. Like a Steven with a stick up his butt a little bit.
I had a guy in my work that I used to work in a supermarket a long time ago, and he used to call me Bert. And he goes,
Bert?
Right, Bert, right, Bert, 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 Bert. And I thought
That's
it was like-
not even remotely your name.
No. I thought it was.
Did you call him Ernie?
No, no. What it was
Missed
that-
opportunity.
what happened was that I genuinely thought that he called everybody by that name. It was like a tag, like right buddy, right, Right, Bert? Right, Bert? And then I caught on that he only called me Bert. We were working together a year before I corrected him. So- yeah.
Oh.
I think he's just a bit mad. He's one of those guys who used to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and pull all the stuff off the lorries. So he's a bit strange. He probably still does that job, and that was like 25 years ago I left the place. So, or 20 years ago anyway. I think, yeah, we're going to pick out of those two. Des, what's the comments think? Tim, you see this is
Ah, yes. You understand me.
Oh, someone's going serious. Yeah.
Oh,
Dark.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jonathan.
there you go. You can a comment.
Yeah, Jonathan. Is he human? Yes. Yeah. Ah. You always ask people for names, and you know you're going to get comedy. That's just. You know what I mean? This scares me. I've flicked through this a few times. That face is haunting me. It haunts me.
That is a little bit like dead inside.
It does. Yeah, I know. Although
Ooh, I can't even.
He looks a wee bit like Lando Norris, the Formula 1 driver, as well, which is a bit strange. I don't know if he's followed. You do watch Formula 1?
I don't watch Formula One.
You don't? Nolan, do you watch Formula 1?
No, I don't. But is that a rocket on their back? Like, what is that?
See?
Probably a lance.
Yeah.
Oh no, it is a rocket and a handgun.
That is
There
it.
we go.
I have no idea. A cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee. And he's got his wee bag. That's
Or is that tea? It could be tea.
it's
Could be
probably-
tea.
it's
It could
probably
just
tea.
be water. Who knows?
Yeah, it's a cup though. It's like a porcelain cup. That's interesting choice for an adventurer.
Definitely won't make it through the first session.
Or maybe it's an NPC that's like a town mechanic.
Could be.
That could be cool.
Dave, do you want to give us one a go? I think we did that. We haven't done this one yet.
No, we have not done this one yet. How this is post. Okay. All right, this is gonna be a good one. All right, Scott, are you ready for this? I will do my very best. Posted by you/Ignorn 5 days ago. How merciless barbarian king turned into housewife. So I created an orc king barbarian named Lobo, a 2.3 meter tall beast that was known all over the land for his brutality. He was a sadistic psychopath who loved to inflict pain on others. He tortured children for entertainment while eating their flesh. He loved to gamble and often tossed a coin to decide who would be his first victim. So it was no surprise that he started to draw cards from the deck of many things he took from the wizard. He drawed first card, and it's the fucking balance. Now he owns a small house on the hill and wears a pink apron while taking care of the little garden in his backyard. He hates gambling, so there's no way he will ever draw another card from the deck. Also, he occasionally bakes cookies for people in a nearby town. My players were surprised after seeing that someone they suspected to be a big bad evil guy was a housewife.
Nothing wrong with that. That's just modern society. Do you know what I mean? Anybody can.
I mean, yeah, like
have a good
traditional
home.
gender roles. Like, who
Yeah.
needs them?
It's the world we live in.
I
He
know.
just retired. He was like, you know what?
Yeah,
I've done
he's-
enough.
he's
bad
very
things. I'm gonna
subversive.
go live in the hills.
I'm here
I've
for
been
it.
up a sadistic murderous bastard. I can just be a
Yo, honestly, like that sounds relaxing. Like, fuck yeah, forget combat. I just want to like chill and like sip on tea. Let's go.
Bake cookies.
I love that. It sounds like a boat horn. That's lit.
I think we're. Gonna
Oh wow, I can get low.
I think we're gonna go for the last story.
I'll read that one. Seed and plant growth one. Seems like a good one.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna finish this
Last
off?
short one.
No, you gonna finish this off?
Who wrote
Finish
this
in
one?
style.
Scroll up a little bit.
This one was done by. Well, yeah, let you pronounce that. Kino Zuni.
Noah Zuni.
Kino Zuni.
Sorry if I mispronounced that.
No, you're not.
Wonderful writer. I don't know if you're a wonderful writer. I'm just guessing because
You're
I
gonna work it
like,
out in a wee
I,
minute or
like,
two?
I like the idea. Oh, okay. Almost killed the BBEG with a seed and plant growths. Our party had our first fight with the BBEG, who is a frost giant. I'm playing a satyr druid and knew at our current level 6 we were supposed to lose this fight. The only thing that I I did not like loosing fights like that, so I had to get creative. I put a yew tree seed on the tip of my spear, shoved it into the big bad evil guy, and on my next turn, cast plant growth. My DM knew I was up to something, so he had said the spear didn't go super deep. Big bad evil guy had thick skin and armor, so fair enough. The yew tree burst from his side, alien style, and damn near killed him. I know that there was a bit of DM cheese, but the fear in my DM's eyes was enough to make me feel like I'd won the fight and appreciated his reasoning for why it didn't kill the BBEG. I mean, yeah, that's great. Like, you at least stopped the fight,
Yep.
hurt him enough to, still a tree falling on a frost giant. Not bad.
Inspirational move indeed.
I know
Yeah.
that. Dave, your horns are very inspirational as well, but they're very low. I don't know if you want to blast us out. There we go. You really.
It's called dynamics.
I feel really bad because you can see the motion and the shaking and all, and you're getting really into it. But I think we've missed most of the half of it.
It's all right. I'm having fun.
I think we'll call it a night, guys. It's getting late. It's getting late.
Cool.
So, thank you very much for joining us this week. We'll be back next week. I can't actually put the D&D Awakening link in because I can't type in chat, so I can't. Let me see here. No, still can't. Let me see if I can do it without breaking it. Sign the chat. No, can't. Everybody sub. It's in the description. That's today's message to take home with you. Dave, what's your plans for this week?
Oh, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I got so much music and stuff to work on. I gotta knock off some more Pinku the Monster stuff.
Oh, no,
yeah.
I didn't want to say it earlier on.
That's all good. Yeah, I got more of that going on. Stay tuned or don't. I don't know. I don't care. It'll be funny. I think it's funny. Yeah, I see Tavarish over there on your home screen and Doug DeMiro. This is why we're friends.
Yeah, you can see the whole hype there. Yeah, all the stuff's gone at the top.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I got that going on. I got a couple TikToks to work on. We're doing a bunch of Rickroll stuff for April Fool's Day. It's going to be funny. That's about it.
2 videos up as well.
Fire and Dice.
Got the audio up for this week.
Every Saturday. Fire and Dice. Twitch.tv/fire_and_dice.
I'll bring on the Fire and Dice man here.
Yeah, Fire and Dice, except not this Saturday.
No.
Yeah, that's true. We're on Easters.
Yeah.
You don't have
the Easter right there. Might be, yeah. Since yesterday was Passover, and Dave and I aren't really.
I'm calling into my parents' Zoom Seder, I guess, right after this.
Cool. But yeah, so probably might play games on Fire and Dice, or just might hop on and like do some animation stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, let me know what you want to play. If you want to play some games, I'm down.
Yeah. Did you know they added Druid to Baldur's Gate 3?
Really?
Yeah. So
maybe it's time to jump back in then. Maybe it's time to jump back in.
Fire and Dice. And then yeah, we're gonna try to kick things off on our YouTube, other than just the VODs from the stream. So we'll have some stuff coming there
Put
too.
the link up for that too. Actually, I'll stick that in the first chat. I have to edit the. I turn the ads off anyway, so I have to go ahead and do that there, and I'll edit the start and I'll put that in the description. What are you up to, Ryan, this week? You've still got another week off, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got another week or so until I'm back at work, so I've got another 7 YouTube shorts coming up on the channel as well. But luckily for me as well, the kids are off for the next 2 weeks, so I'm not only going to be uploading daily shorts, I'm going to spend a bit of time with the kids, hopefully before getting back to work in the next couple of weeks.
You said luckily you've got the kids.
Well, they've been at school for a couple of weeks. I've missed them a little bit, so no, it's nice to get a bit of time with them again before I end up work, so
that's so blessed.
They're still young.
Yeah.
Wait till they get
Oh, 10 and 5 now. They goes too quick. Goes too quick.
The people tell you it gets easier as they get older. No,
it doesn't. No, definitely not.
Jake went out. Jake went out and didn't come back. And MrRipper was like, "You're not worried about him?" I was like, "Nah, it'll be all right. It's a big fun." Right. Yeah, my plans for this week. I'm going to be back on Twitch, 100%. Maybe even tomorrow night. I might actually jump on Twitch. I don't know what I'm going to play. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I will do something. This week.
Let me know if you want to do some Borderlands. I might
Oh,
be
well,
able to
I
squeak
think-
in some time for you.
I think we'll aim in for Tuesday for that one, Dave. I've got a
Great.
busy day of family stuff tomorrow. But
Yeah, I still haven't even had the chance to farm unkempt heralds for us, so
No,
that's just the kind of friend I am.
Maybe we'll do a farming stream and put everybody.
I bet you I could just go through my old characters and find a couple of unkempt heralds that are ideal that would work for us. I probably wouldn't even have to farm. I'd probably just have to take a look at inventories and see what I got.
Yeah, I'm sure. We've got busy back to normal this week. We've got the giveaway starting to push for that. For the announcement on the videos is coming tomorrow. Starts on the 1st of April. I'm super pumped about it because it's just giving back to everybody. It's a big prize. So much so that last week Nightmare, who was on, thought it was for multiple people. No, it's one big pot for one person. Hopefully once this is done, we'll leave it another couple of weeks and we'll maybe get another one away. So hopefully see you during the week on Twitch. We'll be back next week. There's a video every day this week, I think, as well, the way it's fallen. So thank you very much for joining us. And see you next week then, guys. You all right?
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, guys, thanks again.
Everybody.
I'm going to hit the end button. Catch you later. And don't forget to sub the D&D Awakening. Do it now.
Please sub for Nat 20.
And sub for
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Bye-bye.
Ding that dong for notification.